What's going on, everybody? This is your host Faizan Parsa and welcome back to another Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial, and thank you for stopping by to watch my another video. So today I'm going to show you the top 5 music video effects without using any plugins. Our first effect is RGB edges blur effect. As you can see here, the edges around the subject looks blurry and it's bleeding color, red, blue and green. I'm gonna show you how to do this effect from scratch. Let me delete this clip. Open up the effects tab and type in prism. Apply the prism effect onto the clip. You can increase or reduce its amount. I want it right here. Make a copy of this clip by holding Option key and drag it up. Select the top clip and delete the prism effect in the inspector window. We don't need the effect in the top clip because we have already applied it to the bottom clip. Go to the effects tab and type in shape mask. Apply this to the top clip. As you can see, the bounding box of the shape mask is appear on the project window. This is the bounding box. Place the playhead at the very beginning of the top clip. Adjust the mask according to your liking. For this example, I am focusing on the face of the subject. Double click on the transforms and add keyframes. Now track the mask frame by frame by using left and right arrow key on your keyboard. When I push play, this video looks like this. Only the subject's face is in focus and everything and everybody around it is blurry and bleeding colors. Let's move on to our next effect. Second effect is roughly known as cloning/repetition effect. I don't really know what this effect is called, so let me know in the comment section down below if you really know its name. So the first thing we need to do here is to determine the point where we want the freeze frame. And if any of you don't know what a freeze frame is, don't worry, I made a video about it. I'll give its link in the description down below. Do check it out. I want the freeze frame here. Now go to edit and add freeze frame. I'm gonna zoom my timeline a little bit. Drag the freeze frame and place it on top of the first half of the clip. Right here. Go to the effects tab and type in draw mask. Apply the draw mask to the freeze frame. Place the playhead at the very beginning of the freeze frame. Highlight it. Now guys, please ignore my poor selection because I'm going to do it a bit roughly. Now when I push play, it looks like this. Make a copy of this freeze frame. Move the top freeze frame a little bit to the left. Go to the inspector tab and use this x-axis values. You can make as many copies as you like. Trim the middle freeze frame to the right, let's say about 1 frame. And repeat this process here. Do the same process. Now when I'm gonna push play, this video looks like this. Let me render it and I'll see you after that. And welcome back. If I push play, this video looks like this. Cool, right? Now let's move on to our next effect. So the third effect is background replacement effect. First thing we need to do here is place the background clip directly below the first clip. Open up the effects tab, type in draw mask and apply the draw mask to the top clip. Click on invert mask. So when I push play, this video looks like this. Now guys, there is something missing. We can add some effects to the background clip. Open up the effects tab and type in Bad TV. Feel free to experiment with effects. Highlight the bottom clip. reduce its amount and type. So when I push play, this video looks like this. I think it's pretty cool. Now let's move on to our next effect. Now the fourth effect is slide in transition effect. First we need to speed up our first clip because it is too slow for the effect. You guys might need it, might not. Highlight the clip, press Command and R on your keyboard to bring up the retiming option. Drag it from here to the left. Now determine the point in the first clip where we want the transition to start. This is the point where I want the transition to start. Press M on your keyboard to mark the clip. Highlight the clip, press Command and R on your keyboard to hide the retiming options. Drag the second clip and place it directly below the marker in the first clip. Let me zoom my timeline a little bit more. Go to the Effects tab and type in Draw Mask. Click on Invert Mask. Place the playhead at the marker and move the mask behind, like right here. Double click on Transform and add key points and also on control points. Now adjust the mask frame by frame using the left and right arrow keys on your keyboard. Make a cut in the first clip at the point where the transition is starting. Press B on your keyboard to equip the blade tool. Select the rest of the clip and delete the draw mask because we don't need the draw mask in that clip. So when I'm gonna push play, this effect looks like this. Guys, this is still not look good. Select the clip where we apply the draw mask. We can add some feathering because as you can see the car is moving very fast and it has a directional blur in it. But as you can see, when I hide the control points, the mask looks like a very hard cut. So we need to add a feathering to match up the blur. Like this. Add some fall off points to make it blend in beautifully. Now I'm gonna push play and you can see this effect very seamless. Now let's move on to our last effect. Fifth effect is color change effect. Highlight the clip, go to the inspector window, click this show the color inspector, this triangle button. As you can see here it says no corrections. So click this down arrow key and select color board. But as you can see there are many options here for color corrections. Like color wheels, color curves, hue and saturation curves, but I personally think that the color board is the very easiest one to understand. So select color board. Now choose the point in the clip where we want to change the color of the subject's tracksuit. Now this is the point where we want the color to change. So press M on your keyboard to put a marker there. I'm gonna zoom my timeline a little bit more. Now move the playhead 2 frames back. Maybe 1 frame should be enough. Add a keyframe there in the inspector window. Now place the playhead where the marker is, which is basically the next frame. Go to the inspector tab. You see this rectangle shape, click on it and add color mask. Because we want to change the color of the subject's tracksuit and we don't want to change the color of the surroundings, which is why we are adding mask. Drag here a little bit. Now change the color. You can see that some areas of his tracksuit left untouched. Drag the color mask on the black area by holding Shift key. I think that's about right. But as you can see that the color is also bleeding onto the concrete bar right here. We'll fix that in a minute. Go to the inspector window and click this mask button again and add a shape mask. Also add a keyframe there on the shape mask. Now what shape mask did here was simply restrict the color within its bounding box. When I move the box around, it will take the color with itself. You can see now the concrete bar has colors now. So when I'm gonna push play here, this effect will look like this. Now observe the second moment where we want the color to change. Again, we are observing the moment because it has no music in it. And if your clip or if your video has a music in it, you can change the color of your subject's clothes or whatever the thing is with the beat of the music. So since we don't have the beat, we need to observe the movement, the sudden movement to change the color. And also we need to track the mask along with the subject like frame by frame. Now guys, we need to change the color right here. So repeat the same process. Go one frame back to the left and add a keyframe. Now again one frame to the right. Now change the color. So now when I'm gonna push play, this effect will look like this. So these are the effects which I was talking about at the beginning. You guys can apply it onto your own projects. And thanks for watching this video. I hope this tutorial helps you. And if it did, then click the subscribe button down below, leave a like and hit the bell notification button. So whenever I post this type of content, you guys will be notified. See you all in the next video. Until then, take care, stay safe, goodbye, adios, arrivederci, au revoir.